Hello everybody, and today I'll be doing the video for the Bauble explosion box. So if you'd like to see how to put the file into the Silhouette software, just it follows straight on from this part. If you'd like to see the file in the Cricut software, go to 2 minutes 40, and just to see how to put the box together, go to 6 minutes 12. Okay, so here you have it in the Silhouette software. This is how it opens. And the first thing I do is change the canvas size to 12 by 12. And then the next thing I want to do is resize everything together so that this base part, the cross part, fills that 12 by 12 canvas. And what's this basically doing is resizing everything so that when you cut it out, it's all kept the scale and it's the biggest it could possibly be. So in this instance, I've done it as a 12 by 12. If you're using an A4 sheet, then your box will end up slightly smaller. Again, just resize it to the A4 sheet as we're doing here. Okay, so now that I'm happy, I'm ungrouping everything. And what I have to do is go round and group all the base parts to the score lines. And I do that just by selecting the two sets of lines that I need to group together and regrouping them with the group button at the top menu. And just go through every part of the file that needs to be grouped together. And this means once you've done that, you'll be able to move the different elements around without losing the score lines. And the envelope parts. There we go, all done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is talk you through, if you have the Cricut software, how you would manipulate this file. Okay, so here's the Cricut software. First thing we do is we go to New, Upload, and we select the file that we're looking to upload. As you can see, I've made many versions of this file until I've got to the right one. Select the SVG file, and then it will upload into Design Space. Click Save, and then select the uploaded project that you'd like, the most recent one. Okay, so when this is how the project opens in Design Space. So as you can see, it's all black. And what we need to do is change it to white so that we can see all the score lines. Just do that by clicking on the colour drop down menu and selecting white. Okay. Then once again, what we're going to do is leave all the files grouped together like this, and we're going to resize them. So this base file over here is 12 by 12 inches, and this is assuming that you're cutting out from a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. If you're cutting out from a smaller piece of cardstock, then you'll have to resize things so they're slightly smaller. Okay, so once we've done that, what we're going to do is ungroup everything. And then we're going to create all the dashed lines, all the score lines. Do this by selecting the line that needs to be a score line, and then using the drop down menu to select score, and this will then change to a dash line. And then what we need to do is attach the score lines to the backing pieces. We do that by selecting everything and then clicking attach. So right click for the drop down menu and then attach. If you're unsure of what needs to be a score line, then check the PDF document out that has come with this download, and all the score lines are dashed lines, but we will go through all of them in this video as well. So as you can see here, it just seems like a white piece, what you need to do is select that white piece and tell it to go all the way to the back, and that will reveal the dashed lines. Again with this one as well, and all I'm doing here is making everything that should be a score line into a score line and then attaching everything together. And I'm going to do that all the way through the file. And the lid. Okay, and then I'm going to do make it, just to check that everything's in the right place. And as you can see, I've got the base box here, that means I've done it right. If you had dashed lines here, that would mean that I forgot to attach something together. And you just have to go back and attach them as we've seen. Excuse me. Okay, so now on to making the box. So the first part that I'm going to do is this is the lid. I'm going to fold down all the lid pieces and stick the corners together just using sticky dots. And then I'm going to decorate the lid with the top of it, which I've cut out of my extra paper. And in this case I've used double-sided sticky tape. And then I'm going to decorate it with some washi tape. Christmas themed, obviously. There we go. And I'm going to put that to one side, and I'm going to make the bow for the top of the box. And I'm just going to use a tool just to curl the pieces of the bow round. There we go, and then stick them together and use some double-sided sticky tape to stick it to the lid of the box. You could also put a little gem in the middle if that's what you'd like to do. And I'm going to move on to the base of the box, and I'm going to start by folding that and then adding one of the envelopes. So I've just put some double-sided sticky tape on the edge of the flap here, and I'm going to fold one corner over, and then I'm going to fold the second corner over to complete the envelope, and then I'm going to stick it onto the card base. Like so. And then I'm going to do the same with the second one. And these are the lift up flap parts. Again, I just folded it over and I'm using some double-sided sticky tape to stick it to the base of the card. And then I'm going to do the same for the other side. Okay. So I'm going to turn the card over and I'm going to decorate the outside now. And these I've got 4 panels, and I've used accent papers, cardstock, and also some vinyl for the bauble parts as well. And I'm just going to show you how I'm layering those together. So using a cardstock as the base, and then accent paper, some more cardstock, and some accent paper with the vinyl bauble stuck on top of it. And then I'm just going to use some double-sided sticky tape to stick all 4 panels to the box base. And I'm putting these towards the bottom of the panel because the top part, that top sort of centimetre, will be covered by the lid. Okay, so as you can see, it all starting to fall together nicely. And I'm going to make the central part for the bauble. So I'm using the large bauble insert here. You can also use the medium one as well. And I'm just using a glue stick to glue the accent papers on to the bauble base. Bauble holder, I suppose. And then folding those round. And I'm going to slow the video down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. It might be best if you let your glue dry for a bit longer than I did. And then I'm going to use some double-sided sticky tape. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm using the double-sided sticky tape to help the pieces of the box stay where I want them to be, so that when I stick it to the base of the box, it's easier to stick down if it's all going to stay in place. I'm doing that just by using the sticky tape across the corners. Okay. And now I'm just going to place the bauble insert on the base of the box. And it should fit perfectly. There we go. And just really press it down well. And add your bauble. So this is quite a large bauble, I think it's about 9 centimetres. There we go. And as you can see, a beautiful presentation box for your baubles. Thank you very much for watching. I will leave details of the materials used in the boxes below and links to where you can get the file from. Thanks very much.